and welcome back to the Prima webinars. I'm Ollie, and today we're focusing on user filters and grid layouts. Something that some may deem as simple, but effective either way for quick and easy browsing. Now, on my live Prima screen, you can see the Prima dashboard. We do have a tutorial for setting up this screen if you're brand new to Prima. Each user in your Prima database has its own unique filters and settings. So, as an example, my user logged in right now can see outstanding sales orders, requested item from sales, outstanding purchase orders, etc. Now, this is all unique to me. So if I'm a user that wants to see purely purchasing information, warehouse stuff such as dispatch notes, returns, I can tailor this to my needs. Now, on the topic of user filters, what you will notice is on my dashboard screen right now, if I click through from outstanding sales orders, that is now applying filters for me straight away. So as you can see, dashboard tile takes me into sales orders, what is outstanding, and perform that search for me. So where this is actually coming into play is in the top right just here, this little icon for the dashboard. So if I wanted to adjust what my dashboard was showing me, I can amend any filters within here. So perhaps I want to see everything that's not invoiced, everything that is authorised in a certain period. I can use these filters to my advantage. It could be something as simple as, you know what, for my user, I just want to see literally created by myself and what's outstanding. So rather than seeing Mike's stuff, etc., I'm now narrowed down just to myself. So from here, quick and simple, right click on that dashboard tile icon, edit the filter, and I can say outstanding sales orders, Ollie, as an example. You don't have to put that kind of text in, but you can do. Click OK, and that's then set up for you on your dashboard tile, as you can see just there. In terms of user filters, now when I drive through from SOP and orders, same kind of function, however, I've got nothing set in terms of filters just yet. So when I do go into SOP and orders, as now, if I run a search, it's going to find me absolutely everything in the database. Now, what can be useful here is if I'm always looking for the same stuff, such as authorised for the day, outstanding sales orders for a certain person, whatever it may be, I can now apply these filters. So it could be the case that, you know what, I want to find outstanding, and I want to find it for my colleague Mike. I can apply these filters, run a search, and of course that then performs that search that one time. Now if that's something I'm running kind of on a routine basis, perhaps I want to set that up as a filter. So what I can do, on this little head icon in the top right there, that's the actual user filters within the grid. So anywhere from sales orders, quotes, invoicing, all the way through, you can apply these filters, even companies if you're looking at prospects versus customers versus whatever it may be. So I'd right click on that section, and as you can see, I can create a new filter just here. Now you can have up to 3 filters. So as I mentioned earlier, you could have outstanding for my colleague Mike, you could have authorised for the day, and you could also have not invoiced, as 3 random examples. So if I do new filter, give it a name, so it doesn't really matter too much, outstanding, Mike will call it, hit OK, and that's now a filter set up. Now once you set up your first filter, that will be the default. So when I close off there now, and I've browsed around, gone on my lunch, whatever it may be, come back, SOP and orders, and by default that filter is now applied for me. So outstanding, where the salesperson is Mike, is now assigned. Now if I'm wanting to set up further, a tip that you can do here is rather than having to go in, deselect, click on the little cloud icon, and that'll then reset it back to basics. So if I'm wanting to set up another one for outstanding for myself, same kind of principle, I can do outstanding, where the salesperson is my user, run a search, and then from there then right click on the head icon and create another filter just there. So this could be outstanding Ollie, and I can also set as a default if I wanted to. So actually, you know what, I don't want to see Mike's all the time, I'm interested in my stuff. Click OK, and that's then set up for you. So as you can see, same thing again, click out of it, click back in, and now the new filter, which is defaulted by the way, is now this option just here. Now if I just set up a third one, which I'll use not invoiced as an example, I can right click, new filter, not invoiced, just there. Now the filters are probably more suitable where you've actually got more than one filter done, because as you can see it was 2 clicks there to actually set not invoiced, and away you go. So it's not massive for that point, but it's more along the lines of if you're looking at multiple filters such as where the salesperson is X, status is this, authorised is this, and business group is this. So you know you can actually apply multiple filters to this one filter. So if I close off there now, SOP and orders, as we've seen earlier, outstanding for Ollie. However, I can right click against it and I can toggle between with the ones as well. So not invoiced, and away we go. So as I mentioned, it's more suited towards maybe authorised for today, etc., and multiple filters being set there. Okay, now going on to the grid layouts. This is something again in every single area of the system, whether you're looking by the main, whether you're looking by line level instead, whether you're in a sales order and you're looking at the grid within there, whether you're in a kind of the company screen, whatever it may be, you can drag and drop these fields into a more suitable order for you. So what it could be, if I just make that bigger, is at the moment I'm looking at order number, status, reference, date, etc., as you can see on screen. But actually what's quite useful for myself is, because we're all working remotely, perhaps I want to bring through the notes, perhaps I'm wanting to bring through the contacts, that's more important to myself, delivery types, whatever's useful for yourself, you can drag and drop it just by simply highlighting the header and dragging that along. So as you can see, just putting my mouse at the top there, I can drag and drop that along, and you see the little blue icon that appears there to say where it's going to. So if I change that around there, you can see that's being moved back into. So once you're happy with your grid, perhaps I need to make some more changes here now as well, and I want to bring through, let's have a look, I'll bring through the contacts just for argument's sake. Bring that across just by dragging and dropping, and then once I'm happy with that grid layout, right click in the grid and save settings just there, and that's then saved for me every single time I close off, come back in for the first time that morning. That layout will be saved for me. So as I say, whether that's in the actual kind of sales orders grid, or it could be, if I click into there, it could actually be within that sales order as well. And as you can see, I could switch around all this information. So status is a popular one that gets moved around a lot in sales orders. Bring that to the front. So when I'm coming back into here each time, looking at my kind of previous orders, looking through the links, I can actually see, you know what, this one's allocated, these are all invoiced, as an example. So you can actually quickly find them by the status, what's going on with that order. Okay, so as you can see, fairly straightforward to set up. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to ask away. Thank you for your time today, and have a great weekend.